and that's a very, very crucial post, the Prosecutor General. It is important that the President and Cabinet apply themselves assiduously to that process so that we don't go through these kinds of hiccups. So we would hope that the disappointed Prosecutor General challenges what has happened to him before the courts so that a way can be found. And if a judgment can be rendered, we want Parliament to look into that judgment and see whether when they pass that law, the intention of Parliament is being fulfilled. So all constitutions have to be tested, because that's how a country develops its democracy. And that's how we would want. So we hope that the Prosecutor General Ray Goba would test the circumstances which are surrounding him, his appointment and his disappointment. And we also hope that the new Minister of Justice will allow the law to ventilate on such kind of issues, because that will be a litmus test of somebody who comes from the intelligence organization and becomes Minister of Justice. The two things are different. One, you are an operative. The other one, you are an enforcer of justice. So we hope that he will behave in such a manner that clarity can be given to the population of Zimbabwe as to what is the correct position, and the Parliament of Zimbabwe to be given also a chance to make a review of that issue. So we will need Comrade Jabu because of the new challenges which are coming, and there are many which also, we just reading now about suspensions which are coming out or supposed to be coming out of Masvingo. There are rumors, maybe there's fact, because these young people have all been victims of such kind of reckless, wayward action by the party. So we cannot take things lightly. We understand that there's a letter going on the internet saying Chadzamira the chairman of Masvingo, has been suspended. Honorable Wajajena, there is also talk to that effect. We don't belong to ZANU-PF, but we are war veterans. We put the institutions of this society, that's what we fought for. They are being tested. We would like to see them being tested before the laws of the country, so that institutional memory is built within Zimbabwe about how a modern democracy should function. We condemn, if it is true, the harassment. If it's not true, we condemn any attempts to dismiss Comrade Chadzamira, who has been twice elected by the population of Masvingo. Twice elected, with the commissariat department of the party trying to contest what the people of Masvingo want. Now, they seem to be persisting with it. If it is a rumor, it should stop. Everybody knows what rumors did to Rwanda between the Hutus and the Tutsis. We have no room for such kind of rumor mongering in Zimbabwe, particularly because we fought a modern revolutionary Chimurenga war, which disciplined the whole country. We are very measured. Zimbabwean people measure their risk. They don't do things in a reckless manner. Don't tempt them by continuously putting to test their democratic will, as is happening in Masvingo. If you do that, you fall on their wrong side. And there was a person called Ian Smith who tested the people's wrath because of his racist and colonial behavior. And punishment was meted out by the people of Zimbabwe. So we warn those people who want to abuse the democratic will of the Zimbabwe, which they fought so much for, to stop it. A popular phrase which has been done from elsewhere. They should desist. We also want to say to the other provinces, the 9 provinces of Zimbabwe, in the war, how we bonded as war veterans. You touch one comrade, you have touched us all. That's why even 37 years after independence, we war veterans, we are so close together. We are so close together because we bonded in a common cause. You touch one, you touch us, all of us. Congresses, according to the ZANU Constitution, they are for elected people. They are the delegates who should go to congresses. And that's the practice all over the world. It's in a democracy. You cannot shortchange the will of a province by simply appointing your friend and making him the delegate to a conference. No. The people of Masvingo as a province have as much right as any other province in Zimbabwe to be properly and rightfully represented at any meetings of any political party, including ZANU-PF. You cannot just put somebody whom you want and claim it's a congress. The moment you start doing that, then it's not a congress. It's your own gathering. It's a private Kasukuwere gathering. It's a private Jonathan Moyo gathering. Then it ceases to be a congress. These are some of the issues which we want to be tested by the laws of this country. That people can just be, willy-nilly removed from going to a congress when they've got the credentials. But more than that, we want the people at grassroots level, at cell level, at all structures of the party level, to contest a situation where somebody arbitrarily decides to remove you and put somebody else according to his whim to go and represent you at a congress. It's a fight for all Zimbabweans. It's the fight which we fought during the liberation struggle. So the fight has gone basic. It has gone from Harare right to the cells of the party structures of ZANU-PF. So we are appealing to people of Zimbabwe at all levels and to support those in ZANU-PF who are challenging this wayward behavior, because that's how we test a democracy. It must be tested by making sure that norms are followed according to the constitution of that organization, which is also in tandem with the constitution of Zimbabwe as given by the Parliament of Zimbabwe. That is the supreme document which governs this country. Anything else is to submit itself to the constitution of Zimbabwe. So we are saying to the provinces, the 9 provinces, they touch Masvingo, they've touched each province. How would you like to go as Bulawayo province, Harare province, Mashoda, etc., to a conference where a whole chunk of a province of Zimbabwe is not properly represented, and you carry deliberations and you make decisions on behalf of Masvingo province when they are not there, and you feel that you are a democracy? You feel, no, that should not be allowed. So solidarity of the provinces is what we are calling for. Indeed, as war veterans, we are carrying out a crusade. We are calling for a crusade on behalf of Masvingo. We are also calling out a crusade on behalf of any redlining of a province, any finger pointing of a province. Midlands was one of the provinces, so redline. We from the war veterans, we don't know that. I don't even know where my comrade whom I fought for, even my wife, I never knew where she came from, because we were uniting all Zimbabweans. So any violation of Masvingo is equally a violation of all the other 9 provinces. So we are appealing to the 9 provinces to take that matter in that light. They must stand in solidarity and delegitimize a Congress where any of their member provinces has not been properly represented. We can't have individuals become dictators and then we say we are going to a Congress. And I am appealing to the President of the Republic, who up to a certain point had made a name of being iconic in his respect for the laws of the country. Why would you want to host a Congress where a province is not properly and rightfully represented? He is now going to completely soil his reputation, and it's happening now because of the behavior of these people. Is Kasukuwere his alter ego? And when did he become his alter ego? Where he just follows what he wants to, what he does. A whole president with an illustrious record reduces himself to being taken around the nose by an erratic, ill-educated, greedy young man who has got a lustful ambition for power, which is unbridled, which respects no institutions, which is completely anti-national, anti-unit of the Zimbabwe people. Comrade President, be wary of this young man. A reputation built over the years is on the precipice. Magaris Kwananzwa, Nivanwa, President. That's what we are saying. So he should be wary of them. That deals with the issue Masvingo. and any other infractions against other provinces. We want to have a crusade, and this is going to be one of the themes which we'll be pushing for at the upcoming Zimbabwe National Liberation War Veterans meeting, which we are planning in Harare, where we'll be having a review. We have reached out beyond Jabu Sibanda. We have reached out to Comrade Dumiso Dabengwa and Zipra. We will be having a joint committee, like we did during the war, ZIPA, the JMC, leading to the unification of the two historical wings of the National Liberation Movement, which is ZANLA and ZIPRA. We are so happy we've refound each other. And the G40 has made it possible to refound each other. And we are happy to announce to the Zimbabwe people that your fighters, those who will sacrifice so much, they are now on one and the same page. So Comrade Dumiso Dabengwa will be one of our guiding lights. Indeed, we want to reach out to the regional fellow liberation movements in South Africa, Namibia, Angola, Tanzania, and Mozambique. We have already sent diplomatic feelers to them, and Comrade Dumiso Dabengwa will lead that. I will be under his guidance because he's always my senior. He's number 2 in ZAP, historically. So I'm folding myself to him on this assignment, even when I'm recognized by their side that this is the Zimbabwe National Liberation War Veterans Association. This is a measure of the consummation of the relationships which we've established among the war veterans. But beyond Comrade Dumiso Dabengwa and ZIPRA, we are also reaching out to the other comrades of the 1975-76 Vashandi period. Yes, the war is not a linear war. There are challenges in a war. We were not following a template. Wayward decisions could have been made, mistakes could have been made, genuine or otherwise, infiltrations of the enemy could have been made. But it does still not take out that the fact that somebody had left his home as a young man in Zimbabwe to go and fight. And those Vashandi comrades started the war which made it possible